My Govanen and well met indeed. My name is Runstag and welcome back to Westeros as we continue on with the Celtigar Dynasty. Now we have skipped ahead quite a few years to the last episode. Basically all you missed was the last of the anarchy period in Westeros, where we were beating back the our enemies, crushing them, beating them to death, and basically we've arrived at this point now where peace has been restored. I think peace has been reigning in the Seven Kingdoms for quite a few years now, and generally, yeah, things are pretty good. The period that we will talk about, I'm going to take my watch off. The period that we are talking about is what those that didn't support the Celtigars are calling the anarchy. Now, Aegon has tried to brush it past, and is calling us now in the Gilded Age, the age of peace and prosperity in Westeros, where no one's killing each other. And the place is pretty safe, other than the fact that they're at war with each other, and the Vale's attacking the Karstarks, and there's a civil war in the north. Other than that, it's going okay. But yes, Aegon's basically, I mean, if you look back at it from a character perspective, and you look at what Aegon did, Aegon changed everything. He's basically changed most of the like higher nobility. Has all been. Almost every single person has been swapped over or been brought under his reign. The High Septon's been overthrown and executed about 50 times. The Kingsguard's been, like, executed 50 times. The Citadel was, like, people were stripped of their titles from the Citadel in Old Town. The Night's Watch got involved at one point until we just gave independence. Our colonies that we had in the Western Isles have been since lost. They're still independent. We lost the... Well, this island has gone now to a pirate lord, and though we still control the Sunset Isles, we still hold those. So, but other than that, yeah, lots has changed. So many people probably died. There's no like, I can't ever see the amount of people that have died in wars as like unless it's like a hidden thing somewhere. But a lot of people have died. You know, the Stormlands invaded us. The Westlands got involved. The Reach got involved, the Dornish got involved, the Vale, the Riverlands, the Iron Isles, the North, like so much. Even the Wildlings Beyond the Wall went to war with us, and they're currently forming up under this guy at the moment. But yeah, so much has happened. And yeah, I'm going to quickly recap you, and then we should jump into what's happened. Looking at Aegon from from a peasant or a scholar or a maester. Aegon's reign is probably filled with a lot of people that hate him. I mean, the guy he's a Wrath, he's arbitrary, he's cruel, he's a dishonorable man, he's excommunicated. But other than that, he's got some decent traits. He's a great fighter. He was burnt at one point. He's got one of like the biggest dragons in the world at the moment, who's 93, which is huge in this time period. But there are a few like good traits like Chase and Temperate. That's pretty good. But Gregarious isn't bad. Mystic's interesting. Maces and Archmaces don't like that one. Jeweler's Poet. Yeah, so there's definitely... Aegon's definitely a black character. He's a character that I wouldn't say is completely evil, but then it's difficult to say. He's... I think some people will love him, or some people will hate his guts. It's difficult to say. But I think Aegon's reign has been a very interesting one. It's almost like Henry VIII. He's basically just changed everything. He's basically turned up, the first Celtic to take the Iron Throne. He's reigned for 23 years now, and he's beaten the crap out of all of everybody else. So basically, he has really changed everything, and he's made himself known. I definitely think, I guess, 100 years from now, I'm sure people will look back and remember the tales of Aegon IV as this very vicious king. Although the one thing that's not helping our claim is that the entire Targaryen family, apart from Daela, has always been of Valyrian-looking descent, which is something that we do not have. But I'm working on that, and you'll see why in a second. But yeah, it's been 23 years of reign. We've been at war for probably 20-odd years, I think. And that's why the period, I would imagine, is just called the Anarchy, because it's been such the complete... The realm's been at a state of war for 20 years. That's an insane amount of time. If you like, you know, if you're a 10-year-old man, a 10-year-old boy, you've spent you'll be 13 in the countries. Just left war, like it's huge. And I remember obviously with the Second World War and the First World War, you know, we were at war for the Second World War lasted for 6 years, and for a lot of people that was a long time. And I wouldn't say it's anything like this to Westeros. You know, there's no napalm or anything like that. But But yeah, I would imagine there's still, like, it's still a pretty brutal time. Like, generally, it's, people will not be quick to forget Aegon the Black Crab or the House Celtigar's reign on or House Celtigar's mark on Westeros. So yeah, we're still not out of the woods. Excommunicated, dishonorable, cruel. Those traits do not help our opinion. And while we have sorted out some of the people that love us because we gave them lands, there are a few that do not like us. The Lannisters, the Freys, despite the fact that we're related to him, he's my nephew technically by marriage. They're not a great fan of me, even though we have blood ties. The Freys aren't doing too great relation-wise, despite the fact that I rewarded them with loads and loads of lands. But I guess that's been thrown out the window. The Starks do not like us. The High Septon still hates us because of the excommunication thing. I can't do anything about it. I can't get rid of it. It's just stuck. We're stuck with that trait forever. Targaryen hates me. Naturally, we are in charge of the land. Karstarks don't like me. That's because they rebelled against me. Blacktie doesn't like me because he rebelled against me. We're currently having them arrested. Holland Crab's a bit of a pain in the neck at the moment. Risewell, just because the Northerners are currently rebelling. But yeah, there's a few people that dislike us. I can't do a lot about it, so we're going to see how we go. But I'm going to try and Aegon is definitely, he's been at war for, 20 odd years. Since since he was like 12, I think. Was it 12 or was he older than that? I can't remember. However, wait, when was he born? 8178. Yeah, 12. Yeah? Was that wrong? No idea. Doesn't matter. 16. He was 16 anyway when he took the throne. And after then, my failing maths there, Jesus Christ. No, 8178, that's 2 years. And 10, 12. Yeah. Oh, because we hadn't conquered it in 8195, had we? No, we were still... It took us a few years to actually win the war. Yeah, because it started in 8185. Actually, it lasted for 10 years. I didn't realise that. The war lasted for 10 years. Because he died in that year. Oh no, Viserys took it ages ago, didn't he? It was a little bit later on. So I think it's like 8190, I think, when we began the war. So yeah, 25 years of realms from that war. So yeah. Much has happened. So I'm going to give you a quick little recap and then we'll jump straight into what's going to happen today. But yeah, the Anarchy is what the most of the people are calling it. But those supporters of the Celtigar Dynasty are now sort of brushing that away and calling it the Age of the Gilded Age, which is actually a nod to, I think, the a time period in American history, actually, when I can't exactly remember. There was a show called The Gilded Age ages ago, but I never watched all of it. I watched the first season, but I never watched the second season because I sort of just lost interest. But that was an age where, it was sort of the late 19th century, and people were pretty much in peace and whatnot, and in America, I think. But yeah, anyway, that's what we're calling this time period. But yeah, we control the castles in the area. Most of them are under our command. We've got a fort, a refuge, and it's currently being built. That's pretty good so far. That's doing quite well. That's sort of being upgraded at the moment. But yeah. Aegon is now 40. He's pretty damn old. We've played this. It's insane how long we've played as this character. Probably about 26 years, I think he plays as this character now. 25 years, possibly. Yeah. So he's married to his wife, Lana. She's still in a great relationship. Although, doesn't like me that much. But, and minus 50 of dishonorable. Yeah, that's a real pain. She's also got gonorrhea. Usually, if I remember correctly, that's when you're banging someone else, but it didn't seem that was the case. So, I don't know. My son, Viserys, is 21 now. His previous wife actually died under suspicious circumstances, so I don't know who the hell killed her off. But she died, so I married him to Polyan of Crackclaw Point, who is one of the daughters of Viserys Targaryen, who does actually carry a dark sister, which is interesting. Who I think they get along okay. But Viserys turned out pretty well. He's known as the White Crab, which I thought was fitting. The very opposite of his father, although he still has the ruthlessness. He's not cruel or anything like that. He's also brave. He's a bit of a bookish person. And he also was knighted at 12, if I remember correctly. He was a 12-year-old knight. I think that happened when we were recording. So he's been a knight for a long time. Apart from the depressed thing, but I assume that's probably because his wife dropped dead. My other son, Lord Daemon, is pretty good. He's actually become a bit of a steward. A diplomat, I guess. He's quite intelligent. So is Viserys. And yeah, he's pretty good. He's, I should probably give him a nickname, but I'm not quite sure yet. But he's a very good trait. Other than paranoid, everything else is pretty great. He's current Lord of the Sunset Isles. He has a few vassals, whoever that is, and this guy who is a descendant of one of the Valyrians somehow. Yeah, because she married. So yeah, he has a few little lands over there. My son Valar is of age, and unfortunately, I've granted him actually Stokeworth. He has got a few. I'm still tutoring the guy. So, but he's got the Craven trait annoyingly, but he's still got skilled fighter though. So that didn't get in the way of him being a good fighter. He's lustful. He's playful. Curious. So he's okay. I'm sure he'll be alright. He's not like he's the third in line of the throne. So hopefully, I doubt he'd be too much. Got Eleanor, who's turned out very well. She's got strong. She's got genius. She's got the poor fighter. She's got a bit of fighting skill. And some of the childhood traits. And then Samris, who was born not too long ago. Unfortunately, she got hunchback, which is not great. But hopefully she'd turn out okay as marrying off to somebody. On the case of what's going on in the world. So yes, I've named Viserys the Crackclaw Point. I revoked Jane Targaryen and sent her off. So she's now infirm. Because I didn't want her having it. So I've also made that the traditional heir title as well. So, and something I might do as well, just to make it interesting, is I might maybe tag over to Viserys at some point. But we shall see. I'm in no rush. Granted Rook's Rest to the Crab family, who are still alive, although this guy's been a bit of a pain in the neck trying to kill somebody. And he's also got the Gout, Lunatic, and Possessed, so hopefully he'll die soon. And his son's around. I should probably marry him off, actually, to make him like me a bit more. Let's do that. We'll marry you off to a... I don't really care who you marry, but you can marry Hayford. That's fine. So the Crabs are in charge of that. I've granted Duskendale the High Lordship to the Rikers, who of course were they Lords of Brindlewood? Or was it something else? No. They had that because I revoked it from the other woman who I think died actually. Oh dear. Yeah, she actually died. And I inherited it. Which is rather handy. So we granted that to the Rikers, who in canon become the Lords of Duskendale anyway, when the Darklands get murked. Some of the houses are still alive, didn't kill them all. Some have been executed, some have been sent to the wall. So yeah. Valar rules over Stokesworth, the High Lordship, which is cool. And Brian Armenter, I'm not sure who the hell this guy is, but he's the Lord of... I granted him anyway. Is he the... I'm not sure. How is he... Oh, right, I think she was an Eggington, but that's over... Oh, no, that's how he inherited it. Elected. What? Is that elected? No, it's a sonority thing. Which means... Oh, God. Ugh, I hate sonority situation. I like it sometimes, depending on what character I'm playing as, but sometimes it just can be really annoying. Myrish Targaryen has been granted the Lordship of Hayford as a nod to just keeping him loyal, I guess. His heir actually is this girl. Dinara, who was married to a Karen, and her son is Aenix, who's currently in my court, being educated by my son. So Myrish is in charge of that. He does have a dragon, Praetorian. We found one of the Bruins who was still alive, and we named this guy, who was called the Apple Eater. We granted him the Blackwater Rush. Bramsford I granted to Lord Baelor Velaryon, who is a descendant of Aegon, is his father. Daemon, and then he's like the great-grandson of Lucerys Targaryen. And he's a Velaryon now. So he's Lord of Bramsford. His heir is his father. Hopefully he does survive it longer. Thorin's Cross I granted to a Thorin bastard who is called House Thorinmark, which I could have changed the sigil, but I couldn't really bother. But yeah, he's the last. He's basically the one I named as Lord of Thorin's Cross, as the other was been executed. So he's Lord of that, which is good. Wolfkeep I granted to a Catholic branch of House Stark, who is from the descendants of the Lords of the Stony Shore, who control that. Harvest Hall's been granted to Hammers, who is a Catholic branch, who is the grandson of Hugh Hammer, who died years ago. And he had a bastard son called Davos Sand, and he's had a son, and that's where I've named Dennis Lord of Hammer Hall. I gave him his own little sigil, because unfortunately I couldn't legitimize his old house. Something I wish you could do in Ck2, if that's a thing, that's pretty cool. And he's in charge. Danos is around, married to a Targaryen girl, who was the daughter of the guy who ruled the Trident. His daughter's married off to Rhaegal Kingswood, who I've granted to the High Lordship. But I've renamed it to Hammer Hall, and that's been called Wolfkeep. I could have named that something for Lauren, but Bramsfort isn't like in naming of the house Chelsea because it's a different name than house. Move on to the Highlands of Kingswood. That's been granted to Lord Jorgen, who is a loyal commander and has fought for me for years. His son's the betrothed to that girl, just to keep them happy. Who's controlling this? You got the Follards in charge of that. You guys still control. The Massies are in control of that. I granted, because I sorted out that issue with my aunt, I basically sent her off back to the, well, she's married to Rysvar now, but she's gone to the Reach. I took that back and I granted it to Jaceres Scales, who did eventually go after the Sept, but because the king lost faith in he didn't really think Aegon particularly worthy. Maybe he might inherit it at some point, but Aegon didn't think himself worthy to become the Lord of Dragonstone. So he granted Jaceres, asked him to leave the Sept to become his Prince of Dragonstone, and he did. And he's married to a Bolling. So Prince Jaceres is now the Prince of Dragonstone, which I'm happy with for now. I might change it to, if I get a chance to change it to possibly Lord Paramount, I will, but I can't right now. So Aegon's still alive. He's over in the Stormlands at the moment. Won't join my court, annoyingly. The Stormlands has been granted to one of my relatives, because Stannis Baratheon was sent to the Night's Watch, and Balman, who was married to Eglantine's son, who was Justin's daughter, who she married a Bolling matrilineal, what the hell am I trying to say? Matrilineal when she married him, and she had a son called, she has a daughter called Anessa, who's a bit of an idiot, and Balman, who was the heir, and he's actually pretty decent. He's not bad. I'm trying to get a better guardian, but I made him Lord of the Stormlands. So we have a Celtigar that rules over the Stormlands, which is good. And he's married off to, he's actually married off to Baratheon to secure his claim, which is quite a good match there. Hopefully he survives and lives on. Rexon had a rebellion. Well, Bathan rebelled, and I revoked his stuff and sent him to the Night's Watch, leaving his kids over to go in the Howling Mountain down there. Not really fussed on them at all. So yeah, these John the Andal rebelled against us, you may recall. He was actually lost his leg and then died in the dungeons, leaving his son, Lord Mathar the Andal. I don't know why they're called the Andal, but they are. So they now control that as independent realm. This guy rebelled against this guy who I just granted to just so I could give him independence. Didn't really care too much about the house, but he lost it to a pirate lord who rebelled, and he now controls Rexstone. Dawn is controlled by Lord Domeric of House Dane. He rules over this, and yeah, it's pretty secure for him. So yeah, his father was sent to the wall, not by me, or was he actually? No, he wasn't. He was just another thing. Who does a Valyrian Steel Sword? He has Grace Rage, which is must be the new Valyrian Steel Sword of House Dane, it seems. The High Septum, I guess it's funny to look at, but we've had a few. It all started with Derriman, the Feckless one, who was sent to the wall, and he died of old age after that. Then we had the Wise one, who was fed to my dragon. The Pointless one, who was fed to my dragon. And the Just one, who died in the dungeons. This guy got sent to the Night's Watch. And then this guy got elected. And, yeah, we killed 3 High Septums. And 4, well, I guess 1 indirectly as well. Or maybe this guy died of severe stress because of me, but no, that could be actually. Yeah, he could have died of because of Aegon shit. And this guy's currently rotting at the Night's Watch, which is fine. But I mean, he's a crane actually. So he's the highest septum. So yeah, hopefully he hasn't had me killed yet. So that's good. Lord Fealty rules over the Reach. So he's pretty good. He's done a pretty good job so far. His son's betrayed to my daughter. So that will secure us there. The Lannisters still control the West. Tywell the Younger, I suppose, is my nephew by marriage, and he's a Lord of the West. He likes me a bit, but not a great deal. He's Lord of the West, married to a Brax woman, so he's doing okay. The Iron Isles I've given to the Black Tides because I think they supported me, I'm pretty sure. The previous Greyjoy guy was sent to the wall. The Harlaw guy was executed, actually. I did give it to the Harlaws, but the Harlaws just got their lands lost and proved to be pretty useless. So I gave it to a stronger house that respected me. Stronger, although they are craven. So, but they have a decent support. His father should like him a bit more. Although, hang on a minute, it's neither one. He's the one in rebellion. Okay, maybe not. But he should win that war. He should be fine. But I mean, it'd take it anyway. If his father deposed him, he'd become the Lord anyway, and then he'd die, and then eventually he'd inherit it again. But he's the Lord of the Iron Isles, and he's also Faith of the Seven. I converted him as well, which is good. In the Riverlands, Lord Frey is currently the Lord of the Freys control the Riverlands. Some people hate that, I'm sure. He's betrothed my daughter, Eleanor, who's pretty good, so she'd hopefully keep him in line. Hopefully. He's my guardian, as is Joanna Ashwood, because I'm friends with this guy. He just asked me to do it as a favour, I think. Now, his parents actually both died to the same guy. Was that the same time? Yeah, around the same time, yeah. In the same month, he was eventually killed by this guy. By the some northern guy. Or Riverlord, but he's in the north. But yeah. There's a rebellion here. Wildling rebellion happened here, but this guy still controls it. But I assume he's probably going to get his stuff revoked, because he did rebel. Didn't he rebel, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he rebelled. So hopefully he'll take his stuff at some point. But yeah, he rules over the Riverlands. So, yeah. And I mean, if he dies, this guy takes over, and then you have the Chambers, who isn't even the actual house Chambers. It's just some random house that just appeared because of this woman marrying somebody, which is just weird. So yeah, I'd rather them, because they don't seem to be particularly good, but I probably should actually. What I will do is just marry him off to somebody. Probably someone who's not that old. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, hope he lives and hopes he and Frey stay loyal. The Belmont, that's funny, isn't it? Frey staying loyal. I might bite myself in the arse with that, but anyway. Lord Belmore controls the Vale, and he's been leading it ever since. He's done pretty good. Elwood is his heir, who's a bit mad, but hopefully he remains loyal. But he's Lord of the Belmore's controlled the Vale. The Starks, originally it was this guy who controlled the North, Arthos, but he got killed by Benjen Stark, one of my aunt's sons actually. And now we passed to Lord Hallis Stark, who is now in charge of that. And yeah, there's a bunch of rebelling, and there's a rebellion on here for somebody else's claim. Who is this again? Who is that? Orenna Stark. Let's go. A Car Stark could try to claim the North, which would put House Lightfoot in charge, which is just ridiculous. Who is also the daughter of someone who I fed to my dragon. So, yeah, the Castles have risen in rebellion, so we're sending the Belmores to go beat the crap out of them. Hopefully put an end to their rebellion, which the North is winning, so that should be fine. I'd rather the Starks hold the North, really, but... Who are Faith to 7, actually. They are Faith to 7. He did convert. That's good. But if he died, the Umbers would take over, which would be interesting. But yeah, that's basically tells you everything. My son is married to a Targaryen, I told you that. Hopefully to get the Valyrian features, which is my main goal. He's married off to the Belmore girl to keep the Belmores in line, and he's married off to the Scales girl to hope to keep them in line. So yeah, that's basically it. That's all I'm going to recap you on. The council is as follows: Viserys is hand of the king. Lana, my wife, is the master of laws, or mistress of laws. Adrian, who's still alive, is 65. He's still master of arms. Myrish is the master of coin, which is just to keep him happy, I guess. Andrew is the master of whisperers. He's the Grand Maester, and oh, I didn't mention the Kingsguard. So the Kingsguard's had a few changes in power lately. So the Lord Commander is currently Alan Celtigar, who is currently Alan Celtigar, sorry. The previous members of the Kingsguard have not done too well. Kudril basically betrayed me, and he got... Well, did he betray me, or was that the guy who died? No, that was during the war, wasn't it? Oh, no, was that during the rebellion, I think? Yeah, it was the rebellion. Yeah, he was killed, actually, by this guy, who then died by Lord Dennis, actually. Zachary took over. He then got exiled to the wall. He died from a bad case of flu. And then Alaric took over. He betrayed me. And then he got killed by this dude, some Night's Watch guy who was really good. He might have not been a Night's Watch, but he was really good. Really good commander. And he had a lot of things wrong with him. So he just, he got murked in the end. Actually, I don't know what happened there, but yeah. This guy took over. He wasn't executed by me. Wallace took over, who betrayed me again, and I'd exiled, and then he just became... I couldn't make him go to the wall, but he just didn't become a Kingsguard. He's dead. This guy rebelled. He got sent to the war and died of cancer. And now Alan Celtigar is in charge, whose son is the commander of the Gold Cloaks. So hopefully that things should be going well there. But yeah, he's done pretty well. So yeah, I'll go over to the Kingsguard then. So we've got Sir Desmond Cox, who's a member of the Kingsguard. He's actually protecting my son at the moment. So Humphrey the West Point, who is off protecting Prince Daemon in the Sunset Isles. So Desmond Drox is quite a new member, I think. He's in the Kingsguard. Although the Kingsguard has a very bad reputation right now. So Gunther Aegon is a member of the Kingsguard, although he seems to be over with his mother, who murdered his wife. I don't know why he's over there, but he is. Maybe he'll come back. So Warren Tolland is also a Kingsguard. He's protecting my son Valar. And you've got Herrick Lefford, who's also a Kingsguard as well. So yeah, that's a bit of a recap of what I'm going to do in today's video to basically solidify the realm and basically keep the place peaceful. Is I'm going to go on a grand tour of the realm and basically see all that the world has to offer. I would like to hold a tourney, but for some reason the game won't let me, even though I'm not busy in anything. So maybe if I go on the journey and then come back, it might let me do a tourney. So, yeah. Other than that, not a lot's happened. We've just been skipping ahead, really. King's, my stuff is all pretty fine. The dragons. Oh, I should probably mention the dragons. Yeah, so the dragons. Stormcloud is my dragon. Goldscale's now been born. He's actually Alan's dragon, which is pretty cool. Zoklax is currently unknown at the moment, so maybe my son might claim him, but I think he's got a dragon now. Gostir is Davos' dragon. You've got Predatorin, who is Myrish' dragon. Toothless, who came of age, was born recently, is my daughter's dragon, so that's cool. Sea Smoke is this woman's dragon, one of the hammers, who calls her Dragon Blood. Odoving is my son's dragon. Shame he didn't get a better dragon, but it's fine. You got Aegon, who is a dragon of the Lord Celtigar, who is 53. She's probably going to be dead soon. Can't remember if I mentioned this, but yeah, Vaynor got murdered, by the way, but I'm sure I might have mentioned that before. Odoving is my son's dragon. Dreamfire, so many dragons. How many are actually alive is just crazy. Midnight is my other daughter's dragon. Famlyre is Eventing's dragon, who's in love with Egros, who is another dragon somewhere. Sparkle is Balman's dragon, so he's gonna have a dragon. That's what Egros is. He is unknown at the moment, but he's over in Durling. Is that in the Old Stones? Parthenax is my other son's dragon. Alduin is Valantene's dragon, who is Lord of Dragonstone, and this guy is also his brother, the Lord of Claw Isle. Durna here is Valar's son, and that I think is it. Yeah. Anyway, am I missing anybody? So many dragons in the world. Did Caraxes? No, he didn't have any kids. Okay. Right, we shall begin our going on tour. I don't know how much this cost me, but we'll find out, I guess. Right. I wish to make a raw progress on my realm. Yeah, 109. So that way I can go to Dragon, well, probably Driftmark, because that's my... I basically want to see all my Lord Paramounts, basically. That's sort of the idea. So I'm going to go visit Driftmark, go see Lord Prince Jacaerys, Darksgrave, or Drake's Grave to see Lord Balman, to see the Danes, the Tarleys, the Lannisters, the Freys, the Belmores, Black Tides, and not get killed, and then Starks, just to... that's my plan. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I could, of course, go visit the Faith, but I don't think I'll be welcome there with open arms. Also, the Kingsguard have an army for some reason. That spawned during the wars, I think. But with Alan in charge of the Kingsguard, I think it's a decent match. And it's cool to have a Celtigar on the Kingsguard. I could call him... Oh, is that a thing? I don't know if it's a thing. Let's just do it, man. I want to see if it's a thing. Hang on. Nickname... The Crap Knight? Is that a thing? Let's find out. 1, 5, 8. Ah, damn. It's not a thing. Oh. I thought I'd try. Anyway, let's do this. I wish to see all the world has to offer. That's not too much, actually. No, this is going to cost me, so let's get a loan out then, shall we? I don't like to do a loan from a vassal because a vassal becomes because I can't. It doesn't. You don't get an option to repay it until they ask you, which is a pain in the ass. The interest rate's quicker, and if I pay it off pretty quickly, it shouldn't be too bad. Yes, we have a few. What size entourage would you like to take on your royal progress? A larger choice would be more burdensome on your vassals, or be more impressive to common small folk. Yeah, we want to basically. Celtigar wants to show. Aegon wants to show the world that the strength and majesty of House Celtigar. Also, one thing I will mention is that we've got the Sunset Invasion turned on. Should happen around 75 years, the earliest. It's not meant to happen exactly at that time, but it should happen relatively any time now because we're 89 years in. So it could suddenly happen. So we want to try and basically my idea is to build up our power so that when the Sunset Invasion comes, we're ready. We can beat them back. And we have enough dragons around. I think we probably can do it, but we have a lot of small dragons. We need bigger dragons, and yeah, we could do better, couldn't we? But yeah, I would say. Anyway, huge entourage, please, which also give us a national revolt risk -4, vassal P -4, but that's not stopped us. We're here to show the prestige and majesty of the wealth of this land. So Aemon is I can arrest for some reason. I can also arrest this guy, which I'm not going to because I don't really want another war. And this guy owes me a favour, apparently. Not like bothered about it. Oh, the factions, for those wondering. This is the increased council power one, led by the Rosbys and the Starks. Great. And this guy wants to try and put this woman on the bloody daughter of Viserys as Lady of the Iron Throne. Who, yeah, doesn't sound particularly great, does she? Should put the Hammers in charge later down the line if they take over, which is unlikely. There's no way of beating the Celtigars now. We are very powerful. Obviously, later down the line it could change, but for now we're doing quite well. It's time to depart the Red Keep and start the progress of the rule my domain. I've got who's my designated regent? My wife. Do I make that my son actually? Yeah, it's probably good to make it my son for now. That's my this is all whenever a war starts out, I find myself changing that anyway. I shall return the better man, and I shall captain my best ship, the Black Crab. Yes. I think I gave my son the other ship, didn't I? Yes, the Red Crab. Prince Daemon's old vessel. Hopefully that stays in the family. Yes, so I captain them myself. And we will go to Driftmark first. I think I'll go that way. And then go around, basically. Yep, we'll do that. So yeah, let's speed it on. Hopefully we get some more money as time goes on. I could, oh right, I did that, didn't I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think I might play as Prince Viserys later on, possibly, just to make the game a little more interesting. You've declined my non-aggression pact. Okay. Right, okay. Cool. The game's still laggy, but nothing to do about that. Marry them. Oh, Lord Garman died actually. Slaying him in personal combat by some. Wow, he had terrible personal combat skill. Yet he still beat him. But then he had nothing. So, yeah. But he's club third, so no idea. He's dead. You're gonna be educated by Lord Daemon, who I think is the future heir. So I guess that war's ending conclusively. Yeah, it has. You're getting that done. That's fine. But I wanted to record this episode because I knew that if I don't, I'm gonna I skipped ahead quite a few years, so if I didn't record this, I'd forget what happened. So yeah, that's why I wanted to record. Unfortunately, the lag is still a pain in the neck, but unfortunately, I finished that. Cool. Oh, you're dead. And yeah, everything's back under them. That's fine. And go into hiding. Prince Viserys Targaryen has been a leal servant. 140 gold? Fucking hell, Jesus. What? Jesus. Alright, okay. I'll just give him something, Jesus. Not giving you 140 gold, Jesus. You can have, do I give him a crown or do I trust him to lose it? That's quite handy, actually. That might help him tame his dragon, actually. Let's do that. Oh, I'll get it back anyway. It's not the end of the world. You and your enormous entourage of lords, soldiers, and camp followers are fine near in Driftmark. You start by addressing the small folk flanked by a huge bodyguard. Your haughty words are not received well, great. And the justice you dispense is looked upon as arbitrary. The small folk have been unsettled by your arrival. Oh, that's great. Local revolt risk. Local. Oh dear. Whoops. What are you doing? You're being a pain in the neck. Threatened vassal. We would probably threaten. Okay, cool. Not really fussed. God, the lag is just horrible, isn't it? Let's command you to stop doing what you're doing. Thank you. He should be happy with me now. You want to marry... Who are you exactly? You are the son, daughter, mother of some random person that I've never heard of. You can marry a gay guy. I don't really care. You fly ahead of your entourage through the foggiest skies and storm cloud and spot the castle Driftmark on the plains below. I thought it was travelling by... Okay. You make your way down land in the middle of the castle, you proceed into the town and travel along its cobbled streets to the market square. From here, the castle of House Scales that overlooks the town can be seen on the peninsula, the strong walls of which guardsmen wielding greatswords are patrolling. You pass the largest inn in Driftmark, in the vicinity of which you see numerous blacksmiths, guilds and septs. You finally arrive to your friend Prince Jacaerys, and after a formal introduction, he invites you into his chambers. Once through the door, you give each other a warm embrace, and like old times, finally settle down with some spiced liqueur to discuss the landscape of the Iron Throne, and particularly around the Red Keep. Awesome. As you walk through the streets, you come across a group of small folk. Yeah, that gives me like crap prestige, so I'm not doing that. Plus, I kind of need to pay back the loan, so... Although I could use the loan to give me some stuff, but I can't because I'm apparently... Well, I am away, so it makes sense now, but before I couldn't. My noble, the name was Sir Rhaegal Railmaru. Request remedies. You recently received land in Driftmark by writ of the prince, but when he came to occupy land, there were already armed men present who assaulted him. I don't want to... I'm trying not to spend loads and loads of money, but... Yes, we probably should send some money to restore order. We've got a decent enough loan. I'm sure we'll pay it back. He's been a dick. Devote one wherever to command Lord Goodbrother to end his war against the Orchards have been taken. Yeah, because currently it's a council, so they have to wipe him away, so they're voting. For crimes of failing peace and disobeying express command, the cease hostilities, I hereby name Lord Kenny Goodbrother traitor and enemy of the realm. Excellent. Well done, mate. And he's left. There you go. I'm also giving Viserys some decent experience as well as king. And cases have converted to the faith to 7. Not that I'm overly bothered. That's nice. You were in charge. Haven't I imprisoned you before? No. Let's see if they end it. Hopefully they do. It's a little bit annoying, but it does give my son some experience to reign in my... why I'm not around. After many days of feasting and talking, it's time for you to leave. Your host and move to your next destination. So we'll go down to the Stormlands and go to Drake's Grave. It's a shame it's not Storm's End, but... Oh well. There's little we can do, sadly. On my name day is the most magnificent gift. A rare white tiger. So must be, he must have come home, I'm guessing. The beast was ferociously pacing its cage, and quickly a crowd gathered around it to admire. Unknown to us, the lock wasn't strong enough to keep it enclosed, and when one of the corpses prodded the beast, it broke out of its cage and started spreading havoc. But most of my Kingsguard present shielded me from it, so Humphrey was the only man in the room to jump towards the beast with his sword drawn. Thus saving the group of courtiers from being devoured by the beast, with one masterfully aimed strike through its eye, he ended the tiger's life. Yeah, a shame of the tiger, but at the end of the day, I get some gold, but but I'm happy for him to hail the champion, because that improves the Kingsguard honor, and I kind of want that. And the Kingsguard's honor is a little bit down the potty these days. So he's actually done the same. He's done that, so I'll go ahead and just have him arrested. And now can command his son to end the war. Oh, what's happening here? You and your huge entourage are travelling the roads near when a group of bandits suddenly attacked. Your bodyguard close around you and the assailants attack from all sides. You must prepare to fight. Oh shit. What Right, let's just save here then in case we do die. That won't be very good, but like that could be a classic way for the Celtigar king to die. We will repel these brigands. I've got dragons, so we should be alright. After a brief skirmish, you managed to fell the balance. They quickly retreated and melted away off your men, bore their steel, and butchered half their number. Nice. I'm guessing if we didn't have a dragon, that could have gone worse. I'm just going to take a loan from my vassal, just to pay off the Iron Bank, or whoever the hell we took a bank loan out from. I've forgotten already. They can sod off to the wherever. The Septum is against it, but then sod the faith, I guess. Did he end the war? I think he did, actually, yeah. I don't see why I should tell you. I'm your king, damn it. You got loads. You got 1,300 gold pieces. What? How have you got that much gold? I'm sure you can afford to give me a loan. Jesus Christ. I don't know why we can't just... Okay, he doesn't pay it. Why can't we move on to the next character? Nope, sorry, can't do that. That war, I think, ended. Yeah, that's fine. We have to send his father and grandfather to the bloody elsewhere, but that's alright. Oh. What's the game doing? 29th 4th moon, you gonna do anything? Yeah, okay. This game is getting... Alright, could you... Right, alright, Jesus. This game is getting grossly unstable towards the end of its lifespan. That may possibly cut the series shorter than I planned. I hadn't planned to end this so soon, but if it's going to be like this, sloggy as hell like this, and we may have no choice. Although I think, because I'm currently doing a Dynasty vote now for the next Ck2 series, but I think if this series gets to the point where I'm going to have to wrap it up because of the instability and just generally, it's not really unstable, it's just really slow and sluggish and it's just not having a great time. Then it will be disappointing because I don't want to end it this soon, but yeah, I guess we have no choice. But what I might do is possibly take whatever the second most voted option is in the Dynasty vote. I might maybe do that as a replacement possibly, but we'll say I've got loads of things to set up first. After a long journey, you and your enormous entourage of lords, knights, and camp followers are approaching Drake's grave. You march through the area with your huge bodyguard and oversee the execution of criminals, making sure that the small folk know the king. They are wary, but the small folk welcome you. Awesome. Let's see the Lord. You fly ahead of your entourage with the foggy skies and storm clouds and spot the castle of Drake's grave on the plains below. You make your way down and land in the middle of the castle. The castle's high stone walls and moss climbing up them, and huge square towers flanking the gate and walls, giving a commanding view of the surrounding knoll. Inside the walls, you encounter a warm outer ward, a keep, and a sept. You arrive at the castle and are given a befitting welcome by Lord Paramount Balman Celtigar and a large party of knights and lords. Lord Balman enthusiastically shakes your hand and asks after your love and offers you pale ale, after which he invites you to a large feast in your honour. Did we not give him a better guardian than what he's currently got? Let's do that. Viserys can tutor him. Whilst I'm walking down over one of the streets, Drake's grave, I took a wrong turn and stumbled into a local brothel. The numerous tall-handed beauties that reside here do look quite enticing. I get stressed, so... Why would I get stressed? Wouldn't that have the opposite effect? But I suppose because we love our wife, don't we, really? Even though she doesn't really love me that much. Yeah, but... Nah, screw it. We're the king. That and his wife kind of, like, detest him. She's got this as well, so, yeah. Oh, he built a garden. Cool. This appears for you to attend to the feast in Drake's grave to present a petition for justice. She claims that Lady Artaria had her kidnapped. Now, we're not really justly, are we, though? But at the same time, I think Aegon would listen. He's not evil. I mean, he's evil. He's cruel, but yeah, I kind of just don't really want... I don't think Aegon would just be like... Aegon is like, you know, he's at a feast surrounded by all his vassals. If he just says... He may be unjust and whatnot in his own, like... In his own head, but I think, actually, in front of all his vassals, Celtigar might say, you know what, yeah, well... maybe I might have to do some justice. Also, my mother's still alive. But she's 58. Never arrested. And she's ran away. Did I name the piece where he's at? Oh no, they conquered it as claimant. Interesting. Dondarrion would be my choice, but it seems the Dondarrions are gone. Oh yeah, not many of them left. So she's refusing. We'll send, even though she's never going to win that battle. I don't know why the game does this. You've got, like, there's probably stronger vassals in the Stormlands to do that, but look, like, if we go to the Stormlands a minute, you've got, this woman's got more men. She's got 10, more men. Why not send them to go deal with... Why do the peaks control that? Why not send them to go deal with this vassal? But I guess we'll just have to send her. 200 gold pieces! Yeah, I'm not... No, thank you. Jesus. That's a heck of a lot of money. I guess we tried, but I'm not paying that amount of gold. Jesus. What's Aegon Viserys' traits like? Is he sort of the man who might go around imprisoning people and have them arrested and whatnot? Possibly. But definitely not the Lord Paramount Dawn. That's a huge... No, I don't want to deal with that, thanks. This guy's a bit of a pain. I don't think he would bother. He won't overstep his... Even though Viserys is, loves his father, he probably is slightly afraid of his father. After many days of feasting and talking, it's time to move on. I'm guessing we discussed the betrothal as well. Not betrothal, the guardianship as well. With my son. Let's visit the Lords of Dawn. Money-wise, we're doing okay. We are making money. 35 gold a turn, which is pretty good. Turn? 35 gold a lot. Who are you fighting against? Clement Footley. I should just stop that. And we defeated the Karstarks. The council voted against it. Okay. Wonder why. Maybe not worth their time. Holy fuck. Valar! Jesus, buddy. You got a formidable fighter. I'm not even a formidable fighter. Holy crap, that's really good. Wow, Valar's turned out really... Despite the Craven, that's letting him down. But if he gets rid of that, he'd be a really good commander and warrior. That's really good. Nice. Formidable fighter. Where's that for my sons? My elder sons. Wow, okay, that's cool. That's the result. That's very rare to get that as well. You rarely ever see a character getting that trait. It's such a surprise, really. And God, this game's getting sloggy and laggy as we go on, isn't it? I can't even... Look, look how laggy that is when the game's running. Oh, dear. Oh, boy. This is not even my computer. I spent a hell of a lot of money on this bloody computer. Yeah, you can go if you want. I don't really care. Who are you exactly? Anyway, after a long journey, you and your enormous entourage of lords and campfires arrived. Sunspear. That's the same event. We read that before. I don't want to read them all because we'd never get through the whole tour before the video is over. The conditions are stormy and Sunspear finally comes into view along the road. An honor guard of knights and lords await you before the gates. Along with the seneschal who personally greets you, the castle's high stone walls with moss climbing up them and huge square towers flanking the gate and walls. Given a commanding view of the Strand headland, inside the walls you encounter a sweltering outer ward, a keep and a sept. You arrive at the castle and are given a befitting welcome by Lord Paramount Domeric Dane and a large party of knights and lords. Lord Domeric enthusiastically shakes your hand, asks after your sword practice and offers you pale ale, after which he invites you to a large feast in your honour. Awesome. Can I do any more? No, I can't. A bridge in Shady Sands has recently been destroyed by a storm, and the people of the town who pay a fee for tolls living on the bridge request that the king and the red keep discharge the petitions from their fees until the bridge has been repaired. Pay a fee for tolls living on the bridge request that the king and the red keep discharge the petitioners from their fees. Should probably keep order. The king does not want to go to another war. He wants to have peace, and that's his whole The king's gone from a war crazy maniac to let's maybe stop fighting each other and just relax, and that's what he's sort of done. Okay. We shall head off now to Highgarden. We shall visit Tarley's. I thought there'd be some awesome stuff description of Sunspear there, but not really. Not a lot there, sadly. Now, one thing I like about CK3 is that you can actually see your character go on this journey, whereas with this, you can't really see it, unfortunately. Yeah, the Faith is doing quite well. We're really converting a lot of places over to the Faith of the Seven. Unfortunately, Aegon is not he's not particularly very interested in that. So maybe his son might take an interest in the faith and whatnot, but I don't think so. One of my characters could do with the trait Zealous, and I might maybe take a more of interest in that. God, look at me. I'm clicking on some person guy while the game's running, and boy, does it not like that. And where are you in there? Oh, right. Rhaegar Targaryen, one of the sons of Myrish, has got... is he the heir? No, he's not the heir, is he? Because his other son went to the wall, which seemed bizarre. Don't know why he went to the wall. Maybe refused to marry somebody. But he's got a dragon. Hopefully there won't be too much trouble. I mean, the Targaryens later down the line could well be trouble, but we have no right to kill them all. Same thing we've sort of read before that, so I'm not going to go, not too bothered. And if we got anything to sell just to keep our money up, other than the crowns, so I'm not really, don't really want to sell those. Crusader scrolls give us basically piety, which, it's probably not a bad thing right now. I don't think because we're that popular of a king, we're not doing that great. I will marry this girl. I don't really care too much about marriages. I should just, click marry anyone. But then something happens when sometimes they marry someone you don't want them to. I think it's a bit complicated like that. Marry someone your own age, preferably. You can marry a reach guy, I guess. High Garden. The captain raises the sail of the flagship, the Black Crab, as the ship drifts into the High Garden docks and makes berth at one of the piers. The warm harbour side is busy with small folk and merchants going about their business, and you can't help but notice some armed knights roam amongst them. The palace of the Lord Paramount overlooks much of the surrounding meadow with its impressive towers and a certain wall that surrounds the palace. The walls have robust gates and portcullises. Behind the walls you find vaulted halls, covered bridges, barracks, dungeons, granaries, kennels, and stables. You arrive at the palace and are given a befitting welcome by the Lord Paramount Fealty and a large party of knights and lords. Lord Paramount Theo enthusiastically shakes your hands, asks after your sword practice, and offers you Selhorus pale cream wine. After which he invites you to a feast in your honour. Cool. Yeah, I think next episode I might maybe do the tourney. I just want to do a bit of peace stuff lately. It'd be nice to do the, Summer Hall doesn't need to be redone, but it'd be nice to do a bit of the colonisation while we're here. Oh, thank you very much. Excellent. Is that enough to pay off our loan, actually? Not quite. No, but it will be soon. That's good. Yep, travel onwards. Let's go to the Castle Rock. Visit Lannisters. See how they're getting on. I don't know. We definitely won't be out of that loan just yet, because it costs a lot to do the... Yeah, it's quite expensive doing the Grand Tour. You've got to have a lot of money. It's a shame that no one took out my loan. That guy could have done. He was just being a greedy bugger by not taking out that money. Damn you. We shall move on to Castle Rock and continue. I was thinking about getting a new chair soon, because the chair sometimes sinks, but the chair lately, I've been sitting on it for like an hour now. Nothing's happened. I find it while I move about the chair a lot, the chair then sinks. So I don't know what's going on. But I guess I'll just leave it. I think it's okay. My keyboard, the caps lock was being a bit odd. Like if I press cap locks now, you have to press it a few times to load, but yeah. If we can go, I'd rather go to Deceitful actually than yeah. See how he gets on. He could be if he loses the Craven, he could be a deceitful guy. Let's see. Hopefully they have some kids at some point, because that'd be nice. That's also partly why I'd like to play as my son, so he can actually I can get bang his wife. But I can't push the EI. Yeah. We've arrived at Castle Rock. Let's see what he has to say for himself. And we're basically, by the way, just been building up King's Landing, but I'm going to stop for a bit because I want to let my money go up a bit more. Although we're building a lot of buildings that are give me more tax income, basically. So stuff like, I think we built most of it actually. Yeah, that just lowers our national income even more. Dragon Tower's quite good, but that's 2,700 gold. Oh my god. That's a hell of a lot of money. But some of these are... Basically, I'm going to keep these under my reign. I want to keep these castles. Anyway. After many days... we have our fun. Why not? The king's enjoying himself, and I don't imagine his wife's doing that much, especially if she's got gonorrhea. I doubt they're, doing the business. Of the May days, on the windy seas, the flagship, the Black Crab, has finally made it to Castle Rock. An honor guard of knights and lords await you on the harbour side, and when you arrive, the castellan greet you. The palace of the Lord Paramount overlooks much of the surrounding beach. It has impressive towers and a curtain wall that surrounds the palace. Yeah, we've read all that before. You're welcomed by the castle and the party of knights. You are escorted to Lord Paramount Tywell, who courteously grants you bread, water, and shelter. You in turn thank his lordship and ask after his friends. Cool. I don't know if he'll be that happy to see us. Viserys Page used the attendance of the feast in Castle Rock to present a petition. Did she? She did indeed. Well. Yeah, she did. And, we'll just have her, what are we doing with her again? Can I not have her imprisoned, or can I just do a... Oh, I'll do a declaration of that for now. No, give her a 70 gold and she can go. Because I can't seem to do anything else. 2 quarters at a feast brought dispute. Yeah, the Lord Paramount of the Reach, or the Lord Paramount of the Westlands, or this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna back the Lord of the West for that, I think, because that's a smart move to do. Right, we're done with that. Let's move on to Pike. Oh, he's taking Pike, is he? Interesting. Right, so we go there, and we go... Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. And then push on. Go to the Iron Isles next, see how that's getting on. Oh, I'll go for you in the direct vassals. No, I'm not. Why does he want to be independent? I mean, I could make him... Is there actually any bad thing for him being independent? Can I take him back into the realm though? His faith authority is like minimum anyway. Yeah, I don't... The fact that he says supremacy of the faith over the kingdom... Nah. I'll just remain excommunicated, thanks. I'd rather that than... Whatever the hell you going independent. I will repay my loan, though. I can do that. Yay. I assume we're staying on our way to Pike. I will wrap this episode up when we finish the Grand Tour. That's the Grand Tour. Top Gear reference. Oh, not really Top Gear reference. The, that reference. Yeah, thankfully, because the garden's so handy, you actually lose that easily, which is quite good. Might nice to see what my son looks like as well. Small folk are, and the Lord Paramount slightly irritated. That's not good. Not covers shot. Okay. Yeah, so I guess the love match between us has ended, and she actually really hates me. Jesus, probably why. Oh well. Why does the Veil control this? Anyway, I guess the king can sort of bang who he wants. I guess. I mean, he's not really lustful, so he's chased, so he probably wouldn't bang people that much. But I guess he probably, he doesn't really care that much. The Seastone Chair, the throne of House Greyjoy, is an ancient and it's true. It doesn't say anything. It's an ancient throne, and its true origins are unknown. Carved into the shape of a kraken and made of a strange oily black stone. Legends claim that the first men to arrive in the Iron Isles found it there before them. There are others among the Ironborn who believe that their race is in fact descended from the half-human offspring of a strange race of undersea creatures known as the Deep Ones, from where the legends of Merlin and Sealskins arrive. Interesting. Oh. Well, Jasper Raffin's dead. While in Pike grave incidents occurred, your vassals of Davos seem to have been taking disliking to Sir Alan. To who? Who's Sir Alan? Who? Who the hell's that? Is that his, like... That guy? No. Who was Sir Alan? Oh, this guy, I'm guessing. They become rivals anyway. I sued. Yeah, I just lose prestige. I'm not overly fussed. Lord Erzan Harlaw is used to the peace and pipe to present a petition. Lord Harrod Kenning has said his honour. Okay. He's banging his wife. Yeah, I suppose he probably will be arrested. What should we do with him? Send him off to probably ransom, I guess. Two quarters. Yeah, I'm gonna be in favour of the Lord because you should always be in favour of the Lord because they like you more. Even though it's not really much of an insignificant Lord, I guess, but it's still. Yeah. Right, we shall move over to. Do we go straight north or do we just come down? No, let's go to the Riverlands. Does it really matter? No, let's go straight north actually. Let's go to Winterfell. And that means we've got the Vale, the Eyrie, and the Freylands to go to next. And we go north. To Winterfell. So far from my polls I've done lately of the votes, it seems that the Starks are in the lead of the Dynasty vote and also the House of the Wolf thing. Which I can understand why. The Starks are beloved by many. What the hell happened? Oh god. During your journey across the siege, your ship was hit by a terrible storm. The ship is violently rocking forth and back and forth. I'm on a dragon, right? Shit. As your men slowly manage to get the ship back under the control, you hear a loud crack from above. Am I dragon alive? Yeah. You slowly recover that and stand up. You see it has impaled itself in your arm. Ow, shit. The surgeon on board come to help you as your crew as the crew have got the ship under control. Okay. Hopefully I don't die of that. To a Khal Drogo in the world. But yeah, the Stark. A lot of people do like the Starks. I can understand why they are beloved by many. I loved them when I watched the show for the first time. Yeah, I think the Starks are generally quite a cool house, and they're very much the good guys. If you think about good people, the Starks are pretty good. They're honourable and all that stuff. They are pretty damn. Yeah, they're pretty the best. Even though I do like the Targaryens, but the Starks are definitely my first favourite house, even though the Targaryens are really cool. But the Starks are cool too, though. Stormcloud lets out a great roar to announce your arrival as you fly over Winterfell. Damn, I thought there'd be some more like event pictures of Winterfell, that'd be cool, but apparently not. You see small folk and knights alike staring in amazement as you land in the middle of the palace. The palace of Lord Paramount overlooks much of the surrounding plateau. Yeah, basically same thing. When you finally... You're made to wait... Oh yeah, because the Starks do not like us. You're made to wait to enter the palace, and when you finally get entry, only a small party of knights await you. You're led to Lord Paramount Hallis Stark, who gives you a stiff welcome and grudgingly offers guest right. You give us cursory thanks, and the pale man dismisses you from his presence. Jesus, what a dick. Yeah, the Starks definitely want independence. Yep, he ran away. Well, he's gone to the Bare Hills, so I don't think he'll be a problem. Claire Moss Justin reclaim as theirs. Probably in favour of the. Although he is married to my lord, so maybe he might like me actually. So let's do that. Right, we'll leave the lovely hospitable lands of Winterfell and go to the Freylands. Yeah, the Northerners and Starks do not like the Targaryens right now. We are not their fans. Which, there you go, I guess. Improved our relations with the those guys, which is good. But yeah, if I can't do the tourney like for the next episode, I'll probably just skip ahead. Why can't I visit the barber surgeon? Is that the wounded thing? Yeah, I guess it gets rid of my thing. That's good. No, not really fussing you, to be honest. Quarter. Oh yes, I've got this guy still around. Where is he actually? Kai, where is that guy? I haven't seen him in ages. Is he at the bottom somewhere? There he is. He's actually my rival. I think he must have fallen out at some point. I'm not sure what happened there. We can marry her, I guess. He's got him the... I can't see it. Where's it gone? Oh. Huh? Game? What are you doing? Cool. Okay. Yeah, it's not, even when I'm like not recording, it's still really laggy. Like, it's just not having a great time at the moment. Let's see, Lord Duncan Frey. Yeah. Let's see if Lord Paramount Duncan Frey. Fairstead appears in Morris Keep, which commands a small holding of lands around the Warm Valley. You observe that House Frey's small folk consists of only a village of a dozen families and huts of piled stones. You're invited inside as a guest of House Frey. This isn't going to go well. No. My courtier's fallen in love with this chick. Not his wife, but that's alright. You are Lord Aegon, Lord Piper. And you aren't you the guy I revoked, if I remember correctly? Yeah, you've taken it off the Harletons. Bloody treacherous scumbag. Let's have him arrested. Shame I can't revoke it, but... Oh, he's just collapsed, apparently. Yeah, he tried to conquer it back, annoyingly. I can't execute him, unfortunately, but I can give him a bit of a torture. And now we're, I don't know, really. Leave him locked up for now. No, I can pay the ransom if he wants, actually. I'm not overly, yeah. He did rebel against my people that I put in command, but I couldn't do anything. The Frey should be protecting them, not me. Well, let's have you... Let's go to see the Eerie, and then that'll be the end of the tour and the end of the video as well. Which hasn't been too long. I'm keeping my videos as short as I can these days. An hour isn't enough. I don't think I need to go any more than that. Obviously, it's a bit more than that, but that's because I want to finish off the tourney at the moment. The tour. They voted against it, apparently. Alright. What was that again? I can't see because the game's lagging as shit. That's just a war between them. That's fine. Yeah, after the fact that we broke up, but yeah. Aegon's not the kind of man to be reasonable about breakups, is he really? 178, good God. Why do you want so much money? Why do you hate me so much? I granted you the Lords of bloody thingy. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Where's my spy mask? So maybe 100, I'm not paying that much, so that's crazy. That's a crazy amount of gold pieces. Jesus. It's not worth it. Yeah. You can have that if you want. That'll improve his opinion, hopefully. Maybe we'll gift it him as we arrive in the Eerie, I guess. Right, let's continue on. And yeah, hopefully we can do the grand tourney. If not, we just have to wait to the reign of my son, annoyingly. Which I might do, because I think actually, yeah, going and playing as my son would be a good shout, because we can actually do stuff. We don't have to be that overpowered. Also, stuff is more likely to happen if we're not the kings of the Iron Throne. Anyway. The condition of windy as the Eerie finally comes into view along the road. An honor guard of knights and lords awaits you before the gates, along with the castellan who personally greets you. We'll ask you to stop doing that. Yeah. And the castle's high stone walls with moss climbing up them and huge square towers flanking the gate and walls, giving a commanding view of the surrounding mountain. Inside the walls you can encounter a sweltering outer ward that keep unsept. When you reach the castle you are met by Lord Paramount Andrew, who gives you a formal greeting. You are invited inside as a guest of House Belmore, And whilst being given a tour, you and the old Lord Parent politely discuss the modern tendency to underestimate the value of prayer and contemplation. Is he writing me about the faith? So you know the whole faith thing, yeah? Lord Ober, the monster. What did he do? Yeah, he's killed a few people. I don't think we can do any of the. I can't. Don't think we can do actually any of the. What's the word? We can't do any trials while we're in the Regency, I think. Petition by the name of Sir Kyle Redfort. I sent a request that he may have entered into Lance Strongson. Delay his own mission until he can next trail. I don't really get. He's dead anyway. Have been imprisoned. And he's run away. Coward. He's run away. You're getting drunker and drunker. I think he's to be dead soon, that guy, the way it sounds. Right. The vote on whether to command lords. Vote in favour. Yeah. After many days of feasting and of talking, it is time for you to leave your host and finish your royal progress. The journey back to the Red Keep will begin upon the morrow. And so it brings us to the end of the tour, I suppose. It's been a fun journey. It's nice to do a little tour now and again. Every playthrough, it's fun to do that. Got wounded in battle. That he lost his leg actually. Jesus. Well, that's my mother lost a leg, but I don't know how exactly that happened. I don't actually know. But she lost a leg. Maybe she had like an illness or something, and they had to cut a leg off. But yeah, it's always fun to do a little tour when you're the king now and again. But maybe I might do another one, but just like high lordships around the areas, like Crackclaw Point, Sea Lion. Excuse me. Those 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 being the King's Guard, something like that. So maybe we'll do another one at some point in the future. But I think I might wait till my son takes over, who wishes to improve relationships with the lesser lords as opposed to the massive ones. We'll come home, disband the Regency, and then we can become... If I can actually go a bit faster, it'd be great. God, this is... you can see what it's like. I'm clicking on stuff and it's taking like a couple seconds for it to go anywhere. So what is... How many places are actually... Right, you guys are still Old Gods and R'hllor. You guys are all Favour of the 7. For some reason, Pike is Favour of the 7. You guys are... Yeah, you're R'hllor. You guys are R'hllor. You guys are all Old Gods. North is pretty much entirely Old Gods. Yeah, there's a few places are not. For some reason. What about the Sunset Isles? Are they all Old Gods? Or are they... Favour of the 7. Yeah, I think they're all Favour of the 7. That's fine. And what we... That's Favour of the 7. What about this place? You guys Favour of the 7? Yep, you are. And I think Morn is as well. Just seeing what the... I know Morn is Breluism, which is like a mix of hybrid R'hllor, I think. Interesting. But yeah, all our loans are paid off. We've got a decent amount of money now. We're making some good money. Which is good. It's weird that I've got the burnt trait, but nothing's like popped up. That. Your royal progress has come to an end after visiting many of your vassals, having made the small folk of your realm know your rule. You'll finally return to the Red Keep. Awesome. And the Regency is over. I can actually start doing stuff now, which are calling for trials. And we'll do that first and I'll wrap up, I think. Made a strong case. Yeah, you can go to the wall. We know that the wildlings are gathering up. Hello? I have been approached by a woman of Westerman who claims to be a whore that I slept with during my foreign tour. She also claims to birth to our child. She presents our love child to me and asks that I care and raise and care for it. Can we take this woman in as well? I don't know, can we? Probably not. I mean, maybe, actually. If she accepts, no. Or maybe she has her own life. Don't know. I mean, Aegon probably would do the right thing. Would he do the right thing? He's not exactly the most... I mean, he's a bit of a cruel guy, but he has a heart, I guess. So, yeah, take it to his... And the guy's got Valyrian traits, so... It's a shame that his mother won't join back with me. I might give her, like, a book or something. See if that's enough. Baron Waters does have the Valyrian traits as well, so... Yeah. I could maybe give him, like, a little Canet branch at some point. Has to be 16 though. I have not legitimized him, but he does have the Valyrian traits, so maybe we could even play as this guy. Do I call him Varon, or can I change his name? Yeah, I can. Who do we name him? Maybe after my... Would Aegon know? Probably not. He wouldn't have known any of his uncles, would he, really? Because when was Aegon born again? He was born in 178. And you died in... Oh, no, he might have known Vaegon. 178. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have known Aegon because he would have been like 4. But Vaegon he might have known. So maybe we call him Vaegon as a nod to his uncle that he sort of knew. I know he was in the Kingswood most of his time. And Daemon... Well, I don't know, really. I don't know. Arthur Celtigar. The most famous knight in the realm. Probably Arthur, yeah. Let's name him Arthur. That makes sense. As a nod to my, well, one of our famous relatives. Is that how you spell it right? He's like my, what is he? My distant great uncle, great uncle, I think possibly. But he was a really legendary fighter in the family, so R4, I guess. Maybe I might give him a nickname, the Strong. Might do that. Might name him Strong, but Arthur Waters might maybe legitimize him and give him his own little stuff. But call the Red Fort for a trial, and then that'll wrap up our... Oh, try by combat, okay. Cool. 185 personal combat skill. He's got some decent skill with a sword. I don't want to risk my son, but I will risk my Kingsguard. For fight. Oh, crap. Did he kill him? No, he survived, but he just... Yeah. I should have had him executed since he did that. Yeah. We'll see if the Lord of the Vale wants to do anything with him, I guess. Well, Hullen's been a pain. Gonna demand he ends his plot. See if she joins us and I'll wrap things up there, I think. Nope, she doesn't want to join my court, which is odd. I would have thought, wouldn't you want to raise her kid for the king by invitation, maybe? Not gonna give any of that stuff. Just want to see if nothing seems to be more. No, okay, it's weird. I might maybe just cheat her over, because why wouldn't you want to raise your own kid, your son? Why would you just give your son away to the king and then just leave? Especially as the king's, keen to let you join the court. So, yeah, I think I might do that. I'm gonna quickly just cheat her over. There doesn't seem to be a love between us, but there definitely seems to be a... But definitely, I think the king would like her to be around to, look after the kid as well. But I don't think we're... I don't think the king would have her married, though, but she definitely needs to be around to look after her kid. Which I think's something... I think Aegon would let that happen. Especially as he plans to legitimize the kid later, or has an idea of possibly legitimizing the kid later on. But yeah. This is my reason to carry on playing this as a character, because we can raise that kid. Yeah, we do that. That's cool. I'm happy with that, actually. I think raising the kid would be something that Aegon probably would do, even if it does see a... Even if his wife and other children aren't too happy about it. And also, that kid has the Valyrian traits, which is excellent, which is what I want. I want a kid with Valyrian traits. Oh, fucking hell, what are you doing? What is Daemon doing? Oh, no. He's trying to take over the Westlands. Well, would Aegon assist? I mean, the Lancers do not like us much. 5 from Council, happy. We're happy with the progress, but those little opinion bonuses in a couple of years will disappear, and he'll still be angry at me. So I fired it from the Council ages ago. I don't know, would he condone that? I don't know. I mean, Aegon's kind of, in it for himself. He has no problems with upsetting and changing the world. The world. I mean, my mother has a claim on the throne, but I don't know if my sons have that or not. No, they all have claims to the West because my mother's a Lannister. Apart from Valar, he doesn't actually. Go on then. If he can do it, I go for it, but. Because that would give me a decent, quite, happy lord in the land. Upgraded Dragon Gate while I'm here as well. I'm going to send my... I think King's Landing's pretty much... Oh no, I can't do that. That's wasted gold. Oh, I hold the Dragon Gate. Why did I hold the Dragon Gate? No idea, but I guess I can keep that as mine, actually, yeah. Well, I don't need to really give it off to the... Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's fine. But anyway, that's going to be all for this episode. We're going to have some dinner, and that'll wrap up. And I probably won't record much of Celtigar for a little while now. I guess we'll see if my son... I probably won't skip ahead until I know I'm going to record some, because I want to get the other campaigns done. Oh, there's King Beyond the Wall. This guy's called himself King Beyond the Wall, interestingly enough. I expect he'll probably be fighting the other wildlings and may well make an attack for the wall soon, but we shall see. Other than that, oh, you're still the same guy. You look slightly different because you're slightly older. Duncan will be of age soon. I thought I was tutoring the guy. No. Apparently you'd rather be tutored by someone useless instead of someone really good. But okay, alright. Fine. Suit yourself. Belmont's happy. This guy's now Lord Pike as well now. He's got a daughter, but... Which, they aren't actually letting females rule, so that's good. You're still Lord of that. You actually still have Heartsbane. Maybe your father gave it to you, I'm guessing. So you're still doing pretty good. Dane's still in charge. Baratheon, you're almost of age. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. And Jacaerys still the Lord. Hasn't had any kids yet, but I don't know if you actually will. But there you go. That's all for now then. Hope you have all enjoyed today's episode, and I shall probably get to work on the Dunedain campaign. Or if I run out of time, I might record a bit of Battle from the Earth. But as the time you're watching this, it should be up on Monday because it's going to be a new week. So basically 5 days a week uploads my plan. I didn't do one video on Thursday last week and Wednesday because I technically already did the Saturday and Sunday as uploads. So I sort of counted that as part of the week. But this is a fresh week now. And you got the Shogun video on Friday, so that's good. That should tide you over a bit. But hopefully, I'm also hoping, because I've got a bit of time off now, 3 more days off from work, because I'm hoping to get the Dunedain campaign going. Hopefully. We're going to try. If I can't, I'm going to work on the other campaigns and work on the other stuff, but if not, the Dunedain campaign, getting that up and going would be great. And hopefully we do. But that's all for now then. Until we speak again, dear friends, Navaya and then Pelamad Melanie. And farewell.